Hey guys, it's Manny Manuel, another video. So, want to go over some what I consider some cool Hobgoblin versus non-Spider-Man covers. So, Hobgoblin has made a lot of appearances in other books and other titles, right? Not Spider-Man related. So, I found through my collecting some very cool covers and some good stories as well on when he's appeared in other again non-Spider-Man comic books. Okay, so this one is Ghost Rider number 17. Okay, so this is more the demonic Hobgoblin, right, versus Ghost Rider. There's actually a few cool Ghost Rider stories with the Hobgoblin. Those remember the McFarlane one, Spider-Man, right? 6 and 7, if I'm not mistaken, right, is where the Hobgoblin appears in the McFarlane run. Okay, so this is one of his appearances on Ghost Rider. He's also on the cover of 16. Okay, so that's also a cool cover. If you're interested in Hobgoblin versus non-Spider-Man covers. Okay, Spider-Man is briefly there. You can see him. I think for the most part, it's Ghost Rider and the Hobgoblin. All right, this is Sensational She Hulk number 30. Okay, cool She Hulk cover, the Hobgoblin, right? Again, the demonic version. My only issue with this book is the cover is great, right? This is a very cool cover, 1990s goodness. But my only issue is that She-Hulk and the Hobgoblin don't actually battle in this issue. So this cover is actually false advertising. He's kind of like appears like as a cameo, but they don't directly fight at all. So bit of false advertising there. All right. This is Doctor Strange versus the Hobgoblin. Okay. All right. Newsstand edition, Doctor Strange number 11 to be specific. Okay, this was part of that Acts of Vengeance, that big event in Marvel where, superheroes faced non-traditional villains. Okay, so the villains that they're not accustomed to, they were battling. So, then early Marvel gimmicks, right? Yeah, so cool cover. Yeah, so that is the demonic version, right, of the Hobgoblin guitar right there. Okay. All right. Next we have Moon Knight number 32. Okay, so again, the demonic version of the Hobgoblin. Okay, so I always found it cool that Moon Knight and the Hobgoblin, well, the Jason McIntyre, the mercenary Hobgoblin, they have like a connection. So yeah, very cool cover. This is very, very early, right? Appearance by the Hobgoblin in a non-Spider-Man book. I'll need to double check, but I think this is the first time he appears in a non-Spider-Man book. This Power Pack number 29. Yeah, I'm almost 99% sure. All right, so you have that black suit Spider-Man. Yeah, very cool cover, right? That all white kind of makes the characters pop out a lot. Okay, next we have Deathlock versus the Hobgoblin. Okay, so this is Deathlock number 26. Right. Yeah, cool cover. And then we have Darkhawk number 2. Okay, the second appearance of Darkhawk. Right, a little bit of Spider-Man, but BC, right? The focus is mostly the Hobgoblin versus Darkhawk. Okay. Yeah, so cool cover. Again, the demonic version of the Hobgoblin. Yeah, it's a newsstand edition, by the way. All right, then we have the Sleepwalker versus the Hobgoblin. Cool character, Sleepwalker. A little cheesy, a little bit cheesy in some of the comic books. But I hope they bring them back, right? And this is Sleepwalker 21, by the way. It's a direct. Oh, newsstand edition. Oops, correction. All right. Yeah, this is a very kooky story. I think 8-Ball makes a bet with the Hobgoblin. 8-Ball being a villain, Sleepwalker villain, another cornball villain. So pretty interesting story. Okay. All right, so this is Spider-Woman versus the Hobgoblin. Okay, there's a variant cover. I think not for 16, but I think for 13. So I think that one I don't have. All right, so I don't know, a little cartoony, the Hobgoblin, I think. This is the Roderick Kingsley, by the way, Hobgoblin. I don't know, I think that's a bit too cartoony. The story was okay, actually, this little Hobgoblin arc. All right, we have Spider-Girl versus the Hobgoblin. Okay, so this is the Phil Irich Hobgoblin. Okay, the one with the sword and the wings. Good art in this book too. I really like the art. Story was okay, but the art was really nice. I like how you know, Henry renders the Hobgoblin. All right. And next we have Venom. Okay, the Flash Thompson Venom versus, again, the Phil Irich Hobgoblin. Okay. And this is Venom 16, by the way. All right, oops, I forgot to mention that was Spider-Girl number 6. All right, cool cover. Very cool cover. Okay. Next we have Herc. Okay. Number 2. All right, and again, this is the Phil Irich Hobgoblin. Right. Oh, again, I think I've mentioned this in another video. I've always liked Phil Irich's design. A little bit armory, has like the classic Hobgoblin, but then he has the sword and the wings. So a little homage to the old Hobgoblin, but then like I like how Ramos kind of made it his own, this Hobgoblin. Okay, so that is Hercules versus the Phil Irich Hobgoblin. All right, and then it's the last one, and then this is Miles Morales, right? So more specifically, the non-Peter Parker, right? Technically, right? Spider-Man with Miles Morales, but I consider this kind of more of a non-Peter Parker. So cool cover. Again, this is like the She-Hulk book. This is major false advertising. They don't actually battle. So, you know, take that for what it is. But it is a cool cover. It is a cool cover, you know. I did get the rest of this story arc, and it was pretty good. Okay. All right. So yeah. So these are Hobgoblin versus the non-Peter Parker Spider-Man covers and comic books. So yeah. So let me know what you guys thought. Okay. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that.